Hi guys, my name is Michaela, and it's time for Miss and the Misses. Turn on the notification bells, like this video, and subscribe. Bye!
Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Miss and the Misses. I'm Shatara.
I'm Elise. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe.
She's crazy. I keep trying to tell y'all. We thought the video was recording already, but it wasn't, so.
It's recording now.
So it's time for the kids to go back to school.
Woo!
Are we really happy?
No.
Why are you not happy?
I mean, because going back to school used to be lit.
It did.
We got new clothes. We got to be back with our friends.
Yeah.
We got more freedom. I liked going back to school. I can't say I loved school.
Right.
But I loved hanging out with my friends. I loved doing stuff after school.
Mm-hmm.
It made us look forward to the weekend.
Right.
Like after school activities.
And in y'all high school, y'all didn't have to wear uniforms.
No.
So, and we did in North Chicago. Woo woo. But we did. But we did. So, I mean, that part. But it was cool, to get ready to go back to see your friends. And, You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But.
And it was just fun.
Yeah.
Like basketball games,
Right.
track meets,
Homecoming, football.
all of
Yeah.
that. And now, COVID-19 has introduced itself.
And I just feel bad for all the students. Like,
I do too.
they can't get ready for their homecoming games or their pep rallies.
None of that.
You know what I mean? None of that. It's just snatched
all
from them.
School is something we have to do.
Right.
So all the fun that comes with it.
That made it
want to go. Made school not so bad.
Yeah.
It's just snatched away.
I know.
And then my baby is going to kindergarten.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the beginning of her school career.
Right. But remember, so obviously where we met at Washington Elementary School, so in Waukegan. So we were so excited when you texted us to let us know that Bailey was going to Washington School, because we went there, her TT went there, her cousin that she called her brother went there. So we were like, oh my God, we're going to go down the halls of our elementary school again.
Yes. Like, we were super excited. And Bailey went to school for pre-K4, so she's used to being in school and having friends and the teacher, but she's going to a new school, so she was super excited. Like, oh my God, I get to make new friends.
But and even in that, COVID snatched away the last parts of that.
Yeah. And it's like, the kids had no idea they weren't going to see each other no more. Like, they went home Friday, and that was it. Like, my baby still got stuff at that school. Like,
wait, she got her Ugg boots hurt?
Because
Bailey used to forget them Ugg boots at school.
She used to change shoes into like some cheap Walmart tennis shoes because I was tired of her messing up her shoes. And she would come home in them shoes and leave them Uggs in that cubby.
And she got her shoes. She got her boots.
Yes. So I don't know.
Yeah. And thinking about all the college students, you guys will hear from some college students that are close to us. You'll hear from Jordan. She was a part of my mentorship program. I absolutely love this young lady. And she actually graduated from Warren High School in Gurnee this year. So everything kind of just hit her on the head. And she's just, like everybody else is, just rolling with it and figuring it out one day at a time, one step at a time, and having, she has a good support system around her. So she's not like crashing, thank God. But it's a lot, because when you have one expectation and then this thing just comes and snatches everything away, it's like, okay, what do we do? Like, I'm not gonna get a prom like everybody else, a senior prom, or you know what I mean? And even graduations. Like, I felt bad for those who couldn't walk the stage in a traditional graduation ceremony. So
that was heartbreaking, because I just feel like you do all this work
for this moment
just to get to prom, just to get to graduation. And none of that happened for these kids. And that was heartbreaking.
It was. It really was.
But you guys will hear from my 5-year-old who is entering kindergarten, and then you'll hear from my nephew who is actually in college in Georgia. Now he's going to be a junior, so we will get to hear his perspective of what it was like before COVID and after COVID. So we'll see where he is with this.
Can you imagine being in college with COVID?
No.
Like, my college experiences was just too lit.
Like, I just, so that's why you guys can hear what it's like just being 20 in COVID, period. Because I just could not imagine. I cannot have it. Like, it's just so different.
I don't know. Even just hanging around in big crowds, being at the yard or whatever, you know, where everybody hang out, you can't do, and you gotta wear a mask.
Yeah. And it's just not fun, but it's
okay. But yeah, and I feel for all the teachers. Like, you do have some really good teachers out there that want to be in a classroom.
Yes.
And you know, like I said, everybody is taking it day by day and just kind of rolling with the same punches we're all we getting slapped around with right now.
Yes, yes.
But I just shout out to all the teachers out there, all the admin, the school staff, the principals, all those people that really genuinely love their jobs, love teaching, love to be a part of whatever it takes, the school boards, all of that. Because everybody that works with children had to make some tough decisions on how they were going to move forward. You know, even school boards, they had to make decisions that some people will agree with and some people won't. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of them made the decisions to, you know, not have in-person school, you know, because they were thinking about what would they do if they had children in the school district. You know, you have to make this personal at this point.
Yep.
You know?
Like, I can only imagine the battles and struggles in those meetings trying to decide what to do when the fall school year came. Because I'm sure it was not easy, no matter what grade level it was.
No matter what.
Like, elementary, middle, high school, college, all of it, I'm sure was huge decisions having to be made, and they were not easy to make.
And you know, older kids, they're like, we can handle it. We just put on our masks or whatever. They want to go and see their friends, which I totally understand. But you do have the adults that just have to make the better decisions. You know what I mean? Use wisdom that young adults or young teenagers may not have.
Absolutely.
So I just feel for everybody, you know, going back to school, teachers, all the staff that's involved.
And I continue to pray for students and teachers, because I mean, it's sad, but sometimes teachers and school staff are the only positive people some kids have in their life.
That is so true.
And so it's like, to have those people taken away from them, they won't be able to interact with them. Like, that's sad.
That is so true.
You know, like, some kids only get hugs and I love yous from teachers.
That is
and
so
they're
true.
Missing that.
And lunches. Those staff, all the lunch people that help and work, everybody. Yeah. Even the security guards in school, those were some of the most coolest people.
Yes, absolutely. And the lunch lady.
And the lunch people.
Lunch lady hook you up.
Yes. And even with younger students, being able to interact with art teachers, music teachers, gym teachers.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that is affected.
It is. It is.
So, like you said, we do definitely have to continue to pray for the school system and these kids, and that they stay engaged. Yeah. Because there's still a future ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I mean, this ain't forever.
Right.
Remote learning isn't forever.
Right. So that they stay engaged in that, you know, that they will continue to go towards their education, get their high school diplomas, or whatever it is that continues their education.
Absolutely.
So we just have a few So we just have I just want to read a couple things that I saw in the Chicago Sun-Times, and these are quotes when they were asking parents and teachers, you know, how do they feel about the schools opening back up? And so this is from a teacher. He said, as a teacher, I do not feel safe doing anything that encloses me in small places with so many unknown factors. Do you think every family is social distancing from others? No. Thank you. And so I like this statement from this teacher, because we have to realize that you don't know who the other people are around, period. It don't matter the age, you know what I mean? Yeah. What grade the child is in. People are around people all the time at this point. So in those asymptomatic symptoms, you just don't know who that child is around. Yep. You know, and being, like you said, in the small places closed in.
And all day,
those unknown factors for 8 hours.
Yep. That's scary.
That's scary. You know what I mean? And you just want people to be healthy. You want people to live. And something that you actually always say is, how do they got a plan for sports and everything else, but it's like the kids and the students and the teachers is just there, like last minute stuff.
Yeah, like that blows my mind. I was watching the news and they were talking about how the baseball players get tested before every game, and I'm like, we put this much effort into keeping these athletes healthy so that they can play sports, that people aren't even at these games. Oh, but we just gonna send all our kids to school? That's crazy to me.
And even going into this, so we do have the Lake County schools around here. Most of them are closed and only for virtual learning. So we're glad that they made the decision for that. But I know you had already made up your decision.
Yeah, my baby wasn't going. And I'm not saying that we stay in the house 24/7 because we don't. But my thing is, when me and my daughter is out and about, I'm responsible for her. And I can tell her, don't touch that, don't do this, don't do that, stand back, all of that. I can't guarantee those things, sending her to school and that happening. Like, I can't. You're not focusing on her the way I am. So I just can't. I couldn't do it. I could not send her.
And it was like that one video I think you shared. That I will have to post it. With kindergartners in the classroom with their mask all over the place.
She got a new mask. It's pink. I got a new mask. I don't like to wear a mask. I don't want to wear one anymore. I want my mom. Sorry.
Until school starts, and I can see how they were handling things, see if kids were getting sick, and if they were, how that was being contained. But I couldn't just send her. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, you have to make the best decision for you and your daughter.
Absolutely. So it should be interesting though. So
how do you feel about homeschooling right now?
My anxiety has come down only because we've had a meet and greet with the teacher. They've been in constant communication since last week, but because the decision for our district was made so late in the game, things are still rolling really slowly, which it's kind of a pro and a con, because it's kind of like, okay, yeah, let's take this slow, because a lot of us are like, what's happening? Especially with kindergarten parents, because we're new to this, especially first kindergarten teachers. Like, we don't know. Like, our kid hasn't been in this school system before, so we don't know, and the unknown was scary. Like, what is the schedule gonna be like? What are y'all expecting me to do? What are y'all expecting her to do? But we've been in constant communication, so my anxiety is coming down. It's just knowing that I have to be responsible to get all this done. I'm like, okay, y'all. I mean, don't expect a lot.
But, and thank God you have the privilege right now available to be at home with her.
Absolutely.
You know, because I couldn't imagine parents that still have to go to work. You know what I mean? And then have more than one child.
That's what I was thinking, because when we were on the meet and greet, I mean, if I had to work, they did do a good job of making sure working parents still can that evening get the work done and stuff for their children. So that wouldn't have been an issue to me. It would have been a lot, because I'm working. Now I got to come home, cook dinner, feed my child, and then get this work done for her. But, well, help her get her work done. I'll do it for her. But the issue with that is she's a kindergartner. So it's like, how I'm supposed to get this girl to sit down and do some work at 7 o'clock at night. So that would be the hard part of that. But it's just like, I couldn't imagine having to do all of that and then have more than one child.
Really? I'm praying for y'all out there.
Me too.
Listen, y'all can do this.
Me too.
You can do it.
Yes.
I'm gonna pray for you.
No, but I just couldn't. Okay, if you had like an older child and a younger child, I mean, that older child, you have to figure it out.
Girl, especially with this math. Listen, parents, I am praying for y'all, because this new math,
what is that?
I don't know, but this new math is just like, huh?
I don't know that new math. I'll be be watching YouTube videos like, what? And it's supposed to be easier, and I still be confused.
I don't know, but
But it's funny because me and Lisa was talking about that because we heard a commercial about those 1083 or whatever the calculator is on sale for $99. I said,
yes,
people still need this calculator.
They used to be $180.
Yeah. I was like, I ain't used that calculator since I left high school.
Girl, I don't even think I used it in high school. I don't think my mama bought me one.
We did get one.
I don't think I got one.
Why do we still need those? I haven't used this since.
I don't know, but
that's
crazy.
To me.
But shout out to all y'all parents, you know, for real, like for real, y'all. I pray for y'all. I pray for y'all strength.
I mean, and all I'm gonna say is for me, I'm going to continue to pray for my patients.
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all something. What gets done is what's gonna get done.
Yeah.
And what's not gonna get done just won't get done.
Mm-hmm.
But I will make sure she is up and ready and logged on.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm not gonna do is stress myself or her out about it.
That's good.
It's just gonna have to work itself out.
Yeah.
And
take a break. Self-care. Listen, y'all will need some self-care. Take your time. Take y'all self-care.
Yes.
Take baths and relax or something. Whatever it is.
Honestly, because they're expecting us to work with them, they're going to have to work with parents as well.
That's good.
Like you're just going to, and they're going to have to understand some didn't get done, I get it done tomorrow. But what we not gonna do is ruin our home over arguing about this work not getting done and all that. So keep your peace. Keep your peace.
Woo. Keep the peace.
But I am excited to hear what Bailey has to say.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what EJ and Jordan has to say because it's like the range is so different in them and their experiences. So it's gonna be really interesting.
It will.
But I'm praying for everybody.
For real.
This is just very, very different. Like the world is just in a very different state. And it's kind of scary, but
it is. But when I look at it, I'm like, okay, at least everybody is in this together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can really be unified and knowing that even with y'all parents, y'all can kind of like lean on each other and y'all can vent to each other and each other will understand what y'all are going through. You know what I mean? I'm just here, you know, as the godparents or the friend, like, okay, they can come over here for a few days, you know.
Yeah. But that's so helpful. Like, stuff like that is so helpful because you will start to lose your minds. And I just can only imagine, like, I know we all finna jump into this remote learning thing. Or even parents who jumping into sending their kids to school. That part is rough, too.
And they probably went through, you never know what they went through mentally, having to say, I have no choice but to send you to school.
Yep.
So we just pray and just cover them, too, that they will not get sick this year. They will have a successful year.
Absolutely. And y'all help each other out. Help out your neighbors.
For real.
Help out your friends. Because it's rough. And it's different for all of us. Like, help out your neighbor. Help out your friends.
And just check on people.
Yeah.
Check on them. Check on your friends and family that have children.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, whether they're remote or in person.
And look, just like I know that I'm not in your shoes, but y'all, I mean, if you know me, you know I'm here for you, but take it day by day.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If y'all need to call me and be like, I just need to drop the girl off. I work from home, so they can, you know, come downstairs or whatever, but I'm really praying for y'all strength, you know, and like you said, y'all peace at this time.
Yes. Another quote, this is actually from a grandmother. My granddaughter misses her friends. She'll be a first grader next year. It was hard for her to concentrate at home, but I personally don't feel comfortable with her going back. I get it. And actually, this was something we talked about on the meet and greet for Bailey's school, is the concentration thing. Because they sent home like a homeschool supply list and headphones were on there, and they were like, headphones is just so they can be able to concentrate and not hear whatever's going on in the house. So they were like, they need to be sitting at a desk or a table. If they can't be in a room alone, obviously they're kindergartners, at least be in a room that's quiet or other people know that's where they'll be learning. Try to put something on the door, say learning is in session, but they have to be wearing headphones to keep them focused on what they're doing. Another thing I thought was really great is that they're supplying iPads so that they're not on their own personal devices, because then that will make them want to be like, let me see what's going on Roblox. Let me see what my friends are doing. You know what I'm saying? And I know my baby, one of them, she'll click that thing off in a minute and be like,
YouTube.
let me see what's going on YouTube. So I think it's a really nice that they're going to supply them with iPads with every program they need, and it'll only be school things on there, so they won't be trying to, you know, click off the Zoom message, put it in the background, and be out there doing what they need to be doing. Good. But I think that's important. And I think it's important to keep them on a schedule, get them up. You know, they was like, they have to be up, sitting up, in clothes. They have to be dressed, no pajamas and stuff like that. And I agree.
That's good.
I agree.
Because it's easy to get lazy and kind of grow up like that and just yeah, so, that's good.
Bailey, I mean, we started her schedule about 2 weeks ago. Going to bed, trying to get up, eat some breakfast, get dressed, do some learning. So,
oh, that's good.
We'll see.
Good. So someone else said, so we're seeing how moving too soon works all across the country. How does sending children back to school with other children work in just 4 weeks? And this was a while ago that they said this. And I mean, you see the numbers are rising back up. Like, how do you just send your child back? You know what I mean?
It's mind blowing.
It is.
Because the people who made the decision for kids to go back to school made these decisions in Zoom meetings because y'all didn't want to be in-person meetings. So we're going to do a Zoom meeting about whether kids should go to school or not. But we're Zooming because it's not safe. But we going to send them back to school? Okay.
Moving on. Mic drop. That's period.
Like, it just makes zero sense. We're going to meet virtually. Oh, but they can go to school.
Yeah.
Oh, we won't be there when they get there, though. Because we sit way up here. We just make the decisions. Oh, okay, cool. So that's what mine was going, no matter what decision they make. So someone else said, yes, I would feel safe sending my child. It's no different than me having to go to work with a mask. Disagree. Completely disagree.
Why you disagree, Mom?
I'm an adult. And although it's uncomfortable for me to wear a mask, I'm going to fight through it because I'm an adult and I have that willpower.
And you understand the full consequences of not wearing one.
My 5-year-old, she's wearing a mask because she knows there's coronavirus, whatever that is. And my mom is telling me to wear a mask so that I'm not sick, because I don't want to get sick because I don't like medicine. So I'm going to wear this mask, right? Oh, but when we in the store for 5 minutes, I'm ready to take this off because I can't breathe and it's bothering my nose. My mama ain't around at school, so I'm just going to take this off.
And we also know kids don't wash their hands all the time. Sometimes you're like, did you wash your hands? And they turn right back around and go into the bathroom, wash their hands. So they don't know.
They don't. They don't fully understand. They know there's coronavirus. They don't know what that means. They know there's a pandemic. We can't go to the park, the movies, and everything else. And Chuck E. Cheese, we can't do none of that.
Even though it's open, but
mine ain't going. So I'm just saying, you know, and nothing against anybody who's going to Chuck E. Cheese or to the parks or whatever. Do what you want to do. But it's like, if I feel a certain way, you feel a certain way, we all gonna do as much as we want or as less as we want. But we can't guarantee that these kids will be safe. And I'm just not here for it. I mean, and then y'all gonna spend half your day telling kids to put their mask back on. Put your mask on. Stop touching your face. Put your mask back on. Stop touching your face. Like, that's what
get your fingers out your mouth.
Yeah.
You know.
That's exactly what it was gonna be. So I don't know.
High fives and just, you know. It's tricky.
Or y'all was gonna do what? Put these on the side of all the kids, so now they licking them, rubbing them, sniffing them, sneezing on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, now y'all just got more stuff to clean up. It's a disaster.
Yeah. So
staying at home with your family, with your own germs, is the best thing to do for school.
Speaking of these things or whatever, so this next picture is a teaching toddlers to social distance won't work. First day back. And I just thought this was so of everything basically you just said.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, kids will be kids. They'll be kids, you know what I mean? And sometimes, and the ones that do know, but they get so excited maybe to see somebody else, you know, to be like, oh my God, I missed, like, this thing, like, I missed you, you know what I mean? Like, kids are just gonna be kids, and they innocent with it.
Right.
So it's just, you just have to make the decision, the best decision you can for them.
Right. And I mean, in prime example is our paint party we had. We had the bouncy house out there. We had 2 kids there, my daughter and someone else's daughter. How many times we see them with their mask off?
Yeah.
They're not having it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It just, it wouldn't work. So this other one is when school reopens. Miss, he's wearing my mask. Miss, he's coughing on me. Miss, he says my mask is cheap.
Like what?
But look,
And the kid out here, what?
look, his mask on his forehead. He got his tied on his thing. Like,
look at the teacher.
his on his eyes over here.
And he underneath the table.
He underneath the table.
She don't have one on. Oh, he took it, hers.
Yeah. This is a disaster. Oh my gosh.
But you know what?
Oh, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Oh, this one. Searching for all the subs that will be needed when teachers start being quarantined. I actually thought about becoming a sub too, just for extra money, you know, whatever. And so when I saw this, I was like, yep, my phone will be declined, will be ignoring all of them calls.
And
like,
I'm a certified substitute teacher. Do you think I went on that site and put my name on this?
oh, you could have been doing that. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I forgot about that. For real though. I know we laughed and we joked, but for real, we are praying. We're praying that this thing goes away anyway, that they come up with a cure, a safe cure
Right.
for everybody. But continue to build your immune system during this time. Eating, you know, sometimes have a smoothie. Like I do smoothies, you know, just get the greenery and the fruits and the vegetables in me, you know, once a day, just to build up my immune system, to try to stay healthy, back working out and all of that stuff. So,
I mean, I'm not saying stay inside. I think we still need to get outside for peace of mind. And again, to build your immune system, you need to be outside. So that's why I'm not against people taking their kids out and doing stuff. Just do it safely. That's all I'm saying. Like, I see kids at the park. I see people going to the zoo. Just be safe. That's all I'm saying, because I mean, that's why school I wasn't here for, because I can't be there.
But that's just like
keep her safe.
That one picture with the school in Atlanta. All of the kids were in the hallway at the same time. Some kids had their mask on and some kids did not. And it's just, that part is
And these
unsafe.
were high schoolers.
And these were high schoolers who know better.
They know better.
You know?
They understand what's happening and they understand why you need to wear a mask.
So it's like, if they won't do it, how can we expect younger ones to be so responsible to do that? And sometimes it get hot underneath the mask.
It does.
You know what I mean? Like,
even in the mall today, I went to return something and then I had to run down to a store, and then I was like, oh, I got a gift card that's going to expire tomorrow. I got to go use that $20. Baby was like, can we go? She was like, my feet hurt and my face is hot from this mask. And I was like, mine too, girl, let's go. Like, it was rough. And we was in there for probably like 30 minutes.
yeah.
But then that picture with that school, I was just like, shame on them for not having like a modified bail, and making sure like everybody transitioned differently.
Like, that would look like, okay, school is open, come back, here's your class schedule, here you go.
To me that was super irresponsible.
That was irresponsible, very.
To have all those kids in that hallway like that, that was crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just continue to stay safe, prayerful, mindful, watchful. Keep, and you know, socially distance from people. I mean, we don't know where everybody has been, so just be careful.
Be careful.
You know, and just wear your mask. They say that's the main thing. Really,
because I've seen a chart of like 2 people wearing a mask, like one person not, and they're infected, the other person they're infected, like the percentage goes up and high, like depending on who has the mask and stuff. So everybody just wear masks.
Wear your mask.
Wash your hands, hand sanitize.
Man, we stacked up on the hand sanitizer and the wipes. Listen, and they back in stores now. And one thing that I like, I went through Target and they actually have like student hand sanitizers and student hand wipes and stuff. Yeah. So, you know.
So well, up here it is, because in Georgia they can't find nothing. So we sending my nephew a care package because he moved back into his apartment, and finna get back into classes tomorrow. So we did call him today. He was like, "This all I got. We can't find nothing down here."
But and even thinking about that with kids going back to college, like, okay, I can kind of understand colleges being opened up a little bit different because they have such big classes and you can kind of space out sitting. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn on that.
And again, they're older.
Yeah,
so
they gonna wear their mask.
Like, that's your responsibility to do.
Yeah.
So I can definitely get that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can find some hand sanitizer, wipes, Lysol. Just be safe. But
guys.
don't let this not live your life because of it. Just live your life safely.
But yeah, and to the parents that are out there that maybe your child's school is open, we just praying that God will cover all students.
Absolutely.
And just, remind them to wash their hands and keep their mask on as well. So shout out to y'all too, because I know it's not easy decisions. I'm sure it's not.
Especially working and all of that. And so I get it. No matter what side you on.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard decision to make.
Yeah.
And the people that have to make the decisions, they hearing it on both ends.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So thanks guys for tuning in today.
Yes.
Let us know your thoughts on, did you send your child back to school? Why or why not? Thank you guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Bailey.
Can you talk louder?
My name's Bailey.
What grade are you in?
Kindergarten.
Did you start school today? Yes?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
And how do you like school at home?
It's fun and it's great.
Okay, put that down. It's what?
It's fun and it's great.
Okay. Do you like school at home better or school at your school?
I like both of them.
You do? What's your teacher's name? Miss Rodriguez?
Miss Riga.
Yeah. So are you okay with being at home learning with your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still want to go to school?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. What do you think about the coronavirus?
It's sad and I'm mad. I just want to see my friends and stuff and go at school and
Yeah. You wish it would go away? What are you going to do once it go away?
Have some fun, have some fresh air and stuff.
Yeah.
And be happy.
And be happy. So what does coronavirus mean?
It's it's like you need a mask, you go somewhere and it's germs and stuff, and you have to wash your hands with hand sanitizer sometimes and water. So
yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Bailey. Have a good school year.
take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, college during COVID. So to start things off, my name is Eric Hurd. I'm a junior at Kennesaw State University in Kennesaw, Georgia. The first question, am I living on campus or off campus? I'm living off campus in an apartment with 4 of my close friends I've met. Am I comfortable in my living arrangements? I am comfortable. It's a pretty spacious apartment. We all have our own rooms. We don't have to share any bathrooms or anything, so it's pretty spacious in here, and I'm liking with it. Let's see. All right, let's see. My classroom experience is different. So the classroom experiences are a lot different. They've done a good job, I feel like, in response to COVID. The way it works is on the first day of classes, half of the class will attend and the other half will be online. And then on the second day, it will switch. So the first group will be monitoring online and the second group will come in class. So I think that's a good way to kind of keep people away from each other, but at the same time be in person for class. Next question. What steps we're taking to ensure better health safety measures? So in each class, the seats are spread out about 6 feet apart, and there are a limited number of seats per class to limit the amount of people that come in. So that's pretty good, I feel like. With the school in constant communication. The school did a great job communicating with us while we were gone. We knew what was going to happen when we got back, and they're doing a pretty good job, I feel like, just handling everything and adjusting to what's happening. How am I feeling about COVID in general as a 20-year-old college student? I feel like as of right now, the university has done a really good job of handling the situation as far as when people are going to come to class and when they're not going to come to class. And they also informed us that after Thanksgiving break, it would just be strictly online. I think that's a good way for them to see if it's safe or not for us to come back, and they can keep everything in check. And they also have stations set up around campus so people can get tested so they know whether or not they have it, so they can protect themselves as well as others. And that's it so far. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you so much for joining, Jordan. I'm so excited to talk to you.
I'm excited to talk to you too. Hi, Shitara.
Hi. So how's things been?
Everything's been good at home, going to school, just the usual.
Good. What school are you going to?
I go to Empire Beauty School and also CLC.
Okay. What's your like focus at Empire? Is it hair, nails?
Hair and nails.
Oh, both. Oh, good. I got somebody to go to. You owe me.
I do owe you.
That's good. I'm so proud of you. So you were in high school when the pandemic started, in your senior year of high school.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that? Like, what was when they closed school? Like, what was the first thing you were thinking?
So when they first closed school, I was excited. Like, everybody was excited. Like, no school. Everybody was just talking about how they needed a break from school. How everything was just hitting us all at once. And 1 week we didn't have school, and then 2 weeks went by, and then 3 weeks went by.
Wow.
And then it was like online school. So then we're like, okay, so we're not going back to school anymore. And then the pandemic, it kind of just hit us all at once. So once it was like coronavirus, you have to stay safe. And then the next, we had these Black Lives Matter protests that were happening. So it was whether stay inside, be safe, or let history repeat itself again.
Yeah.
So, you know? And
were you out there? Were you protesting?
I did go to a protest.
Good.
It was a peaceful one. It was very nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. Yeah. It was nice.
I'm so proud of you. Good. I know your mom and everyone was out there too with y'all, right?
No, it was just me and my cousin. Okay. My mom, she's been staying inside.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, good. Were you wearing your mask at the protest?
Yes. Of course.
Good.
I believe everybody had their mask on for most of it. Because it was just in the hype of everything, like in March when everything just happened. And it all just came over at once. So
that's a lot. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
We were doing our video. We were doing our video on like kids going back to school and COVID, but not that I forgot, but I didn't think that not only was it just COVID, it was the killing of unarmed Black men. You know what I mean? It was all of that, and that's a lot to deal with. So how did you like keep your peace through all of that?
It was hard. It was like barely no space to breathe. I remember talking to my cousin and we were like, I just wish the world could stop. Like everything just stop moving just for once and just breathe, because after the Black Lives Matter protest and for the oncoming class 2020, we're voting this year. And election is very big this year. Yeah. So it came with that. And then on with the crumbling of what older generations have done for us, and we have to rebuild from that. So it's just been a lot.
So did you register to vote?
I did.
Have you been following politics?
Kind of here and there, hearing in on half of it. I should probably pay attention a little bit more, but I kind of already know who I'm going with. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
That's okay. So, like, what did you feel like when you found out like that you weren't going to have a prom or like a traditional high school graduation?
At the time, I was really sad because
Hmm.
2020, it was going to be the year for us graduates.
Yeah.
Like prom was going to be, so we were gonna slay it.
Yeah.
At first, yeah, we were gonna slay.
Yeah.
At first, my school, they said that we were going to have prom at school, so
Hmm.
it was more like prom was canceled, but there was still like a chance where you can dress up and
Hmm.
stuff like that. And then graduation was just always on hold, so it was always
Hmm.
just maybe we'll have a graduation, maybe we won't. And
Hmm.
then when they said that no prom, what was it? It was a virtual graduation. It
Yeah.
was just, and you don't get a redo, so it's not like we can redo it. So you feel these emotions, but then again, it's like, what can you do at the same time? So
Yeah.
it's not like reset button.
Have you seen or been around any of your friends?
Um, I've besides like my two homegirls, really
Hmm.
nobody really. That's about it. We just stay on connected with social media,
Oh,
Snapchat,
good. I
TikTok's been
know.
helping a lot.
Hmm. Oh, wow. So you are in college now. You're going to CLC. Oh no, CLC and Empire.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, good. What are you? So you're just getting your prereqs out the way at CLC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
What made you go into like hair and nails and stuff?
Um, well, first I would say that you probably inspired me most to like want to do hair, because I don't know. When people do my hair, they
Mhm.
haven't been doing it correctly, and I'm just like, I could do this myself. So
Yeah.
it's not more for like a business thing. It's
Wait a
just
minute. So are you trying to say that I was messing up? And so
no,
you like
you
was that?
did my no, you did my hair good. You did my hair good.
Oh, okay.
But like future people, like
Yeah.
I was like, I could do that, and then it is an extra way to make more income. Always finding ways to
Yeah.
have money flowing in.
Oh, good. So you guys are being safe because you're at home. So, but Empire, you have to go in the classroom, right? Or no?
Yes.
You do. So how are they being safe there?
So they have, I believe it's rows of 5 maybe that go back,
Hmm.
and each person sits at one, but they're pretty long. So like one person
Oh.
will be at the wall, and then the next person will be over here. So we're pretty 6 feet apart, and then we all wear
Mhm.
our masks.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
Hmm.
So you feel safe. Like I know you wouldn't go anywhere that you wouldn't feel safe though.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, good. And the family, everybody's doing well.
Hmm. Everybody's
Okay,
doing.
good. Oh, good. Well, I'm so proud of you. So I'm really like I felt bad. Do you remember Bailey's mom, Elise?
Hmm.
So she's my partner in this. So we, missing the misses, whatever. But we were doing. Bailey starts kindergarten this year.
Hmm.
So just a lot of new things happening because all the kids are at home and on virtual, doing school virtually. So we were like just talking to different age ranges just to see how you all pulled through. And I know like being a senior in high school, like I couldn't imagine going through that plus the riots, plus, you know, all that y'all been through this summer and, towards the end of the school year. Like that's a lot. Did you ever
Yeah.
feel stressed out?
Very much stressed. Very much stressed. It was like I said, it all just came at once. It was like
Mhm.
very suffocating, but you just have to keep going. You just have to keep pushing through.
How
Like I
did you
mhm.
how did you like calm yourself down in those moments when it felt like overwhelming?
um I would say social media, not more so like yeah, calming. It feels better when you know that you're not alone in this. So
Yeah.
like going on social media and maybe
Hmm.
seeing, even though I'm seeing the next girl stressed out, she's not alone. Like I'm doing it with her. Like we're all in
Hmm.
this together. Like the saying's been saying that we're all, what is it? We're all alone, but we're all together. You
Yeah,
know?
alone together.
Yeah.
That's all on the TV and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. So because of COVID, did you have any plans that changed as far as your schooling? Like, did you plan to go away and then decide like, okay, well now I'll stay home? Did any like
I
major
did.
plans
I
change?
was looking at colleges further away, but
Oh,
not really necessarily. But like vacation plans, like
yeah.
I wanted to go to Puerto Rico. We're supposed to go to New York. Yeah, it's all bad.
You weren't planning on being me too, Jordan. I was supposed to be all over the place.
Like it was supposed to be the summer before like everything just, you
Yeah, and
grow
you were
up.
working. So are you still working though?
I am at Chuck E.
Okay.
Cheese. I go on the weekends sometimes.
Okay.
But yeah.
And how's it been in there? Like, do you guys have a capacity limit
Mhm.
now?
So only 50 people are allowed in the store,
Oh,
and
okay.
everybody has to wear a mask. And then the
Okay.
games do get wiped down every 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So you were saving up. You were ready to be out this summer. You 18 now.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything just came to like a
Tumbling. Yeah.
well, you look good. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the woman that you're becoming, a young woman, and all of that. So, your future is bright. What future plans do you have, or near future? Like, how are you keeping some normalcy to your life? Is it just social media?
Basically, that's
Yeah.
pretty much how we can all just stay together and communicate to one another, especially with TikTok, even though with
Yeah.
everything that's going on in the news with TikTok and stuff, I believe that TikTok is just a way for us to all get together as one because we can all voice our opinions without
Hmm.
having to be blocked by or be banned by
Yeah.
something. Like we're just able to voice ourselves,
And it's a
especially.
lot of.
Mhm.
Sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, especially when like the Black Lives Matter protests were going
Mhm.
on and the news weren't showing like certain things, we would get that from TikTok or on Instagram or Facebook. Like they would show us like, oh, so they're not showing us this. Now we know
Mhm.
like kind of we came on like depending on each other now. So instead of
Yeah.
like going for the news like how older generations are looking for, I go on TikTok. I go on
Yeah.
Instagram because I trust them more than I do trust the news that is out today.
Oh, that's a good point of view. That might
Mhm.
have to be another show. Like
Yeah,
you get your new, like you trust your news from social media versus the regular news.
I'm always on the shade room. I mean, that has to do
Oh,
with celebrities, but but yeah, the because we more I don't know. People go out and they do the research on their own, but
yeah,
like I said, the news doesn't show everything.
yeah. They don't
And
show. They don't even show all of the good. You know what I mean? They always. Sometimes they want to paint a narrative that it's only one way when it's not. So
because
you.
I know I was speaking to my cousin and I was like, oh, the Black Lives Matter movement, it's kind of died down a little bit. She's like, no, it hasn't died down at
They just
all.
stop showing it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, there's still protests in Chicago. Minneapolis has been going since the first protest. They've been going
Hmm.
on every single day. Like it's just the news isn't showing it, and it's
Yeah.
like, why aren't you showing it? So you have to like depend on social media that is showing it, and how we're all
Hmm.
depending on each other. So we're in this
That is
together.
so good. What gave you?
Hmm.
That's good. Stay woke. Continue to educate yourself. Continue to look for for the news. You know what I mean? To know
Hmm.
what's out there. I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much for doing this for us.
You're welcome.
Hopefully, I'll see you
Doing
doing other projects at home or whatever. But I
Mhm.
know I just feel bad for all of the kids. Like this is so different, and it's like even with your mom. You know, you being the youngest child, she was probably waiting on you to walk across that stage. You know, like it affected so many people. Like I was
Mhm.
just like, oh my god, like no
Yeah.
graduations, you know what I mean? I look forward to getting y'all pictures with y'all prom dresses and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know?
I
So
would still like to take some prom photos.
yeah.
Hopefully someday.
Did you have a dress already?
No, I'm last minute Chitara. You know I was gonna pick something last, but I was still gonna slay though. Like I was
Yeah,
still,
well, I know that.
but I do feel bad for the people who already spent $300-$400
Yeah,
on the dress and then they couldn't get it back. But
yeah,
hopefully it'll go to you someday. You know.
yeah. I mean, yeah. But you guys are some troopers. Like 2020 came and it's hidden and it's here and hidden, but I'm glad that you said the part that we're not alone. So even people that may feel alone, like it's good to just check on people or random text messages, you know, because it can be a lot. And some people do live alone or people or, you know, people who may not have friends, you know. So it's like you kind of want to just be kind at a time like this because you never really know mentally what the other person is going through.
Because everybody's dealing with the situation so
Yep.
different
So
with
different. You're right.
everybody passing away and just
Yeah.
like
It's a
being,
lot.
it's a
You
lot
know.
for everybody.
Yep.
So the best thing to do is just to be together as one, be kind, and
Be kind.
let's get on to the next step, voting, and see what goes from there.
Say that, Jordan. I'm gonna have you back on. We're gonna have to do like a young adults and voting conversation or politics. So good job.
My cousin on here, she'll love that. She'll love that.
Which one?
Kaylee, the one that's
okay.
than me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's into it.
She's
for
awesome.
her. Good for both of you guys. Good for both of you guys. Well, thanks so much, Jordan. I appreciate you. Thanks for doing this for me.
Okay, thank you. I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.